name is Ari Colares. I'm coming from São Paulo, Brazil.
MSU's percussion ensemble is getting some exposure to world music after last week's residence and concert with Brazilian percussionist Ari Colares. Colares led a week of clinics, workshops, and classes that eventually culminated in a concert on campus. This MSU music professor says the best part about Ari's stay was that students got the time to learn firsthand from an expert for a week instead of just 1 or 2 days.
Because normally we have people come in and guest artists and they do amazing things in one day and then they're quickly gone and we're like, that was amazing, but how do we do that?
Otis says aside from the musical education, his students are also getting a dose of Brazilian culture.
Well, in Brazil, these rhythms are still in a duple form, but in a triple form at the same time, which means that we have a lot of 2/3, which comes from African music. So the actual interpretation of the rhythm has a particular feel to it. And so we have learned to some degree how to do that, but we would have to listen a lot more before we do it like Brazilians intuitively do it.
Colares is playing a stringed instrument called a berimbau, a Brazilian instrument with African origins. Frank Otis says the combination of African and Brazilian music is Ari's specialty.
Some of Ari's music comes from a CD that he's recorded, which takes the Afro-Brazilian tradition in Brazil, the Afro-Brazilian tradition in Cuba, and takes musical themes from those two things, candomblé, santeria, and mixes them in one CD.
However, Colares says the combination is only natural, as African and Brazilian culture and art are closely intertwined with one another.
We have important African contribute in our culture, in our music, in our movement body, in our food.
Colares adds, like African music, the music from his home country relies heavily on dance and movement, as well as musicianship.
Samba, for example, we in the tradition, like the other rhythms, when the people sing, the people dance at the same time.
Frank Otis stresses a diverse combination of music in one concert is great for showing off all the intricacies of Afro-Brazilian music.
We're going to be playing Brazilian music, but we're doing it with traditional percussion instruments from our country in combination with Brazilian instruments. So we have a marriage of all of these Brazilian instruments, the surdo and the tamborim and the pandeiro that he played earlier.
Colares says the best way to learn new musical styles is through a harmonious combination of different sounds.
When you literally incorporate the music, you will appreciate the music better.
Covering the news in Moorhead, Carl Gibson, NewsCenters 77.